My boyfriend's foot fetish has gotten out of hand. Part 1. When Robbie told me that he was into feet, I tried to be understanding. Believe me, I did. But I won't lie. I always found his attraction to them a bit strange. Robbie was never an overly sexual man. It wasn't until 3 months into our relationship that it even came up. I don't think he ever intended to tell me. Not with words, at least. I only found out because of what he did in my sleep one night. My eyes shot open, hazy vision dissipating as the darkness of my room gradually grew clearer. In my tired state, my first thought was to roll over and go back to sleep until the covers jostled near the foot of the bed. My heart jackhammered in my chest as I turned to Robbie's pillow, expecting to find him sound asleep. But that's not what I saw. Robbie's side of the bed was empty. I shot up, my eyes wide as dinner plates. Right as I did, I felt a hand caressing my left foot. Robbie, what are you doing to my feet? My fear had melted away, and by that point, I was more perplexed than anything. The sheets ripped, and I heard panicked rustling as Robbie struggled to fight his way from beneath the covers. I was asleep, he offered, his head poking meekly from under the blankets. I crossed my arms despite the smile tugging at the corner of my lips. Nice try, mister. You've got some explaining to do. And that's how I found out that my boyfriend is into feet. I'd be lying if I said that I didn't think. Robbie's revelation was a little bit odd. Yes, I told him that I didn't. But I was just trying to be a supportive girlfriend. Even so, I determined that it wasn't a deal breaker. Robbie liked feet? So what? That just meant free foot massages, right? Wrong. Everything was fine until 3 nights later. Work had taken its toll on me, and unlike most people my age, instead of hitting the bars, I went to bed early. Robbie didn't join me right away. He'd opted to stay up a bit late watching Transformers. As I drifted off to sleep, I thought everything was fine. Little did I know, that night would mark the beginning of a much bigger issue. For the second time that week, I awoke suddenly from a deep slumber. But unlike the previous night, I could instantly tell that something was wrong. A searing pain jolted through my toes, shooting up my leg. It felt as if someone had jammed my big toe into a hydraulic press. Ow, what the hell? I shouted, reflexively kicking out. I heard a muffled groan from beneath the blankets. Robbie. This time, I wasn't feeling as forgiving about being woken up by my boyfriend, playing footsie in the middle of the night. Robbie, I growled, turning on the lamp. Yes, he squeaked, emerging from beneath the covers. He stared at me like a wounded puppy. What has gotten into you? I thought we agreed that you wouldn't wake me up like this anymore.